Good afternoon to you and welcome back to Whimsical Farm. I wanted to take you through the garden and let you have a look at what we've accomplished so far. And it's kind of the time of the year that you should really be going and blowing and getting stuff done, but we hadn't had a chance to do that yet. The second day of this week was, I believe, the second day of May, and I got to retire from Matthews, and I'm really looking forward to being in the garden. I wanted you to see some of the things we planted last year. These are our roses. These are a climbing rose. We first got them and we were not real happy with the color because it was pretty light, but I guess after they've picked up some of their nutrients this year and got a little bit more condensed, a little bit more vitamins in them, they've started to turn a darker yellow. These are a beautiful rose that my wife wanted, so she's got a good golden yellow climbing rose now, and you can see one side's got a little taller than the other. One side has made it all the way to the tip top. I'm really proud of those roses. Thank the Lord for those. Now let's take a look at the Garden of Weedon. It looks like I've got a helper here. This is Mr. Kaiser Encore. We lost the first one, but he gave us a pup, so he lives on through his big pup here. Kaiser, can you look at Papa? Hey, what you doing? He is wanting to get in there, the garden, to go see his rabbit buddy. And he loves him some rabbits. So let's take a look at the garden. Let's see on this rabbit what he's doing. You gonna say hi to him? Okay, don't hurt him. You be nice to him. My wife, she's funny about these rabbits. She lets him get right up there and put his feet in the cage and say hi to him under close supervision. Look at this big old rabbit right here. He's saying hi. We got some rabbits now, boy. These are pet rabbits. These are not really meat rabbits, but I've got some meat rabbits out in my section. So we'll start like we always do, go over here on the left-hand side. And you can see now we haven't done a lot of work out here yet. There's two beds we built last year. They're still full of weeds. I wanted you to see the progress so that you know exactly what we're doing. Here's plastic grapes. They made it through the winter. Those don't have any flavor, but we just left them there. And the roses are really showing off. These are those knockout roses that we like so much. They're just absolutely beautiful roses. Our grapevines are starting to come on. You can see we got a lot of weeds out here. Here's a bed that's laying there asleep, doing nothing. You got a rose bush there. That'll be beautiful somewhere wherever she puts it. Here's another beautiful rose. This is, I think it's called a coral, but it really has a beautiful color to it. It's unusual. It's not like any other rose that we got. Kind of orange. I think it'll get a little pink edge to it. You can see this was our okra from last year. We had okra trees, and my wife would probably shoot me if she saw what I was doing, because she likes everything to be all pretty and pristine and all that. But I wanted you to be encouraged a little bit that you know, gardens, this is how they look. Show you what she's been doing. She built a greenhouse from scratch. She used our porch. She took some sheet metal. Let's see if I can get a better picture of it. I'm gonna stand up on one of these beds. See if I can get the top of it. Oh, you see up on top, she took some of the sheet metal off and bought this special cover. It lets light through there. Then she put a door on one end, and that's, believe it or not, it's got a hydraulic hinge on it. When it gets hot, it opens that up. I've got to add some fans for it because it's still getting a little hot. So she's got one there and then one on the other end down low that lets air come in. So and we'll look at these buckets. They are sitting there waiting. A poor little wooden thing. It looks a little aged now, but you can still read its aroma. So these buckets are full of weeds. Today I'm going to come out and clean all those out, make them look good again. Fish tank's still out here. It's needs a little perking up. Got to get a bubbler going in it. But look at this grapevine. Now this is pretty amazing. Look at the wood on that thing. I mean, it is really stout. You can see it is really taking off. It's getting ready to, we got some delicious grapes off this last year. We're looking, I think this is be year 4 for us here, so we'll really have some nice grapes. This thing is already putting on grapes. Look at that. Little baby grapes all over it. Let's see if I can get a good focus on that. The grapes made it up to the trellis this year, real stout. And I think she cut these a little bit, make it where they won't choke. So anyway, we've got it tamed down good. It's growing good and strong. And you can see the table. I don't know what that, she's got a little stick collection going. I guess she's saving that for something, there's no telling. Just weeds right now, and weeds and old limbs from last year, but we're getting ready to kick this into high gear. And the clematis, golly, that thing is so beautiful. Look at that clematis. Let me step at a different angle so you can see this from afar. Get the whole picture in here. Look at that clematis. Isn't that something? It goes up. And I think we finally did get somebody in the birdhouse. It's a very neat bird because he didn't leave any straw hanging out, but I see a little bird poop up there on the rail, and we've heard some noises. So looks like the free rent sign, we took it down. He likes his metal roof. I hadn't put the little window air conditioner in the back. We'll have to work on that later, but it's doing good. And we left one volunteer sunflower plant from last year. That thing will be 10 feet tall in no time. This bed, last year we had beans in it. My wife is going to plug in peppers this year. So although we've gone carnivore, we are not 100% pure carnivore people, because we're going to keep our garden stuff, just a few things out of it that we consider to still be good and healthy for you, and won't put us in a weight gain situation. You can see that bed, this needs a lawnmower out here. It is really thick. Roses are doing good. And look at my wife's bucket. So see these? She has let these go to weed. And like I say, today is the day. And I've got seeds. Seeds are coming from Hoss, H-O-S-S. And my favorite so far, I've proven it over and over, is the Lemon Boy. Another one that I really like is the Cherokee Purple. It makes a big, delicious tomato. We're going to try the Carbon again this year. I love the large beefsteak. We've got it. We got some celebrities seeds coming, and it should prove to be a very good year. Last year was tough, man. I mean, it just, you know, this temperature, something's wrong with this temperature. I know it's not that hot in the garden. Let's get this set like we want it. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Get that set. It's kind of tricky. I think I'm gonna have to get me a new one. We like to keep the garden about 70, right around 70. That way when you come out here to work, it's not quite as hot. And this, if you'll remember last year, this big frame here that's on the entryway of the garden was all onions. And I've just let that go to Bermuda grass because I like the challenge of digging all that out. I didn't put a cover. Probably just going to put a cover over this year, and we're going to grow some watermelons on this, some either sugar babies or something like that. And then what we can do is I've got little stands, and you can clip them on there. This little stand, that one's rotted out, but I've got these little stands that just clip onto the fence rail. You can see one there. I'll have to redo them, make some fresh ones for the watermelons, but that'll be a lot of fun. So we wanted to just thank you again for having a view coming out. Look at this beautiful flower before I close. That's beautiful. I think that's wisteria. She can correct me on all that. It's purple. It's beautiful, and that holds that cage down now. This whole rabbit hutch, everything is secure now. There's no way you're going to pull these roots out. Look at these roots are absolutely powerful. They have wrapped, that is wrapped around a T-post driven in the ground. So that T-post is not going, it's going nowhere. And the cage and everything's tied into it. You can see the wire there, and it grew around the wire there. So it's That's God's way of flat anchoring it down. If you look real close, you can see the cage there. See, that's an actual cattle panel, and those vines have grown around that every which way they can. So that's not going anywhere. It's there for the long haul. So the rabbits want to say goodbye. There's Elise, however that is, Annabelle with the little fat neck. Hi, Annabelle. And there's, I think that's one of my girls or boys in the back, not sure which, but he's looking pretty healthy. My wife's been feeding him up real good. Do you like these? All right, let's see if Mr. Kaiser wants to say hi. Kaiser, come here, buddy. Come here. Let's let you say hi to Rabbit. Come here, Kaiser. Come here. Come around this side, buddy. You get up here and say hi to that rabbit. Now, don't bite him. Just say hi to him, okay? Right there. You can get up there and say hi. He wants to say hi to you. Okay. All right. You want to say hi? Okay. We better close him up. We don't want you tasting him. We just want you to say hi. All right. Get that locked down good. All right. Bye-bye, Annabelle. Talk to you later. Well, it looks like the sun is coming out. And again, we wanted to thank you for coming out to see us at Whimsical Farm at our garden. And please hit the subscribe and like, and we will be posting weekly, and you'll get to see us advance and see the blessings that the Lord puts on us with lots of cool things to eat in the garden. Watermelon, onions, garlic, tomatoes, and we're going to grow a whole bunch of okra this year, and also jalapenos. That's a big one. We're going to grow great big jalapenos, cut them in half, fill them with stuff with cream cheese, wrap them in bacon, and cook them in the oven. Little poppers. Those things are delicious. So anyway, thanks again, and we look forward to getting back with you, and we'll see you next week. Over and out.